Shri Swami Samarth, principal teachings of the Gita for his own realization. God has laid down in the Gita two principal ways. First, Sankhya Yoga, and second, Karma Yoga. Of these, first, all objects being unreal, like the water in a mirage or the creation of a dream, gunas, which are the products of Maya, move in the gunas. Understanding this, the sense of worship should be lost with regard to all activities of the mind, senses, and the body. Chapter 5, verses 8 to 9. And being established ever in identity with all pervading God, the embodiment of truth, knowledge, and bliss. Consciousness should be lost of the existence of any other being but God. This is the practice of Sankhya Yoga. Second, regarding everything as belonging to God, maintaining equanimity in success or failure, renouncing attachment and the desire for truth. All works should be done according to God's behests and only for the sake of God. Chapter 2, verse 48, chapter 5, verse 18, and with utmost faith and reverence, surrendering oneself to God through mind, speech, and body. Constant meditation on God's form with remembrance of His names, virtues, and glory should be practiced. Chapter 6, verse 47. This is the practice of yoga by disinterested action. The result of both these practices being the same, they are regarded as one in reality. Chapter 5, verses 4 to 5. But during the period of practice, they being different according to the qualifications of the sadhaka, the two paths have been separately described. Chapter 3, verse 3. Therefore, the same man cannot treat both the paths at one and the same time, even as though there may be two roads to the Ganges. A person cannot proceed by both the paths at the same time. Out of these, Karma Yoga cannot be practiced in the stage of sannyasa, for in that stage renunciation of karma in every form has been advised. The practice of Sankhya Yoga, however, is possible in every ashrama or stage of life if it is argued that the Lord has described Sankhya Yoga as synonymous with sannyasa. Therefore, sannyasis or monks alone are entitled to practice it and not householders. The argument is untenable because in the course of his description of Sankhya Yoga in chapter 2 verses 11 to 13, the Lord here and there showed to Arjuna that he was qualified to fight even according to that standard. If householders were ever disqualified for Sankhya Yoga, how could these statements of the Lord be reconciled true? There is this special saving clause that the sadhaka qualified for the path of Sankhya should be devoid of identification with the body for so long as there is identification of the ego with the body. The practice of Sankhya Yoga cannot be properly understood. That is why the Lord described the practice of Sankhya Yoga as difficult. Chapter 5, verse 6. The and disinterested karma yoga being easier of practice, the Lord exhorted Arjuna every now and then to practice it together with the constant meditation on him. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramurta स्तुत्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवै वेदैः साण्डपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यातं नम विद्युदासुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. We bow to that Supreme Purusha Narayana who is extolled even by great gods like Brahma, Varuna, the god of water, Indra, the god of rain, Rudra, the god of destruction, and the Maruts, the wind gods. Through celestial hymns whose glories are sung by those proficient in chanting the Samaveda. Through the Samaveda thought the Vedas along with the 6 Angas, branches of knowledge auxiliary to the Vedas, Pada, division of the Vedic text into separate words, Krama and Jata, particular forms of reciting the Vedas and the Upanishads, who is perceived by the yogis by means of their mind made steady through meditation and fixed on the Lord, and whose reality is not known even to gods and asuras. शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिर्विद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् Obeisance to Vishnu, the dispeller of the fear of rebirths, the one Lord of all the regions, possessed of a tranquil form, lying on a bed of snake, from whose navel has sprung the lotus, the Lord of all celestials, the support of the universe, similar to the sky, possessed of the color of a cloud, and possessed of handsome limbs, the Lord of Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, having lotus-like eyes and realized by yogis in meditation. Jai Dayal Goyantka.